What's up everybody, it's me, Kiku, back with another video. Today we are talking about Ilyana Nokolievna Rasputina, also known as Majik. And there's going to be a couple Russian names in this video that I'm just going to butcher, so sorry about that. So this is going to be a long one, so let's get right into it. Majik was born on the Soviet collective farm called the Ust-Ordinsky Collective in Siberia. She was the youngest of 3 mutant siblings. Ilyana's brothers were the X-Men Pyotr, also known as Colossus, and the cosmonaut Mikhail Rasputin. As a child, she was saved by Pyotr from a runaway tractor just before her brother was recruited into the X-Men by Professor X. In America, Miss Locke captured Ilyana along with several of the X-Men's other loved ones to get them to rescue Arcade from Dr. Doom. After they were freed, Colossus allowed her sister to stay in the United States, believing that she would be safe here and not used as a government tool like her older brother Mikhail had been. Professor Charles Xavier touched her on the head, giving her the ability to speak English. At the age of 6, Ilyana was kidnapped by Belasco and taken to Limbo, where the X-Men followed. While there, Ilyana ran into alternate versions of the X-Men, who had not been able to return to their own dimension. While attempting to return to her own dimension, Belasco grabbed Ilyana, while Kitty Pryde held her other arm, until Kitty Pryde lost her grip, letting Ilyana be taken by Belasco. He told her he loved her and turned part of her soul into a bloodstone, giving her a great potential for power and allowing him to control her. While staying with Belasco, Ilyana was constantly beaten by Belasco's servant Siem. It's S''YM, sorry. Ilyana was rescued by Storm and Cat, alternate versions of Aurora and Monroe, and Kitty Pryde, Monroe, and Kitty Pryde, which is Storm and Kitty Pryde. For a while, Ilyana was instructed in magic by Storm and instructed in combat by Cat. Ilyana had to constantly battle demons and somewhat realities to the X-Men, including Nightcrawlers, to survive. After attempting to return home to her reality, Ilyana eventually became Belasco's apprentice. While secretly gaining advice from Storm's astral form, Cat had been turned into a true house cat and was loyal to Belasco. Belasco attempted to use Ilyana as a pawn to bring her about the Elder Gods. At this time, Ilyana's own mutant powers of teleportation discs were discovered. Ilyana was forced to kill Cat to save the life of Storm, whom she later killed to save from being used in Belasco's sacrifice. After burying Storm, Ilyana briefly teleported home to her parents' farm, where they didn't even recognize her. She returned to Limbo when she magically caused her own life force energy to manifest the Soul Sword, and defeated Belasco. The Soul Sword is a simple-looking blade upon its origin, but it began to develop intricate designs and forms upon itself the more Ilyana used it, becoming more powerful with each use. Ilyana returned to Earth only seconds after Kitty Pryde had lost her grip on Ilyana's arm when she was originally there. She had spent years in Limbo, while only mere moments elapsed on Earth. She was 13, now the same age as Kitty. When she first went in Limbo, she was 6, so she was there for 7 years in her time. The two became roommates and grew very close. During her time with the New Mutants, Majik was in the school for gifted youngsters and was tutored by Professor X. She joined Kitty in Stevie Hunter's dance studio as Majik. Ilyana joined the New Mutants and trained in the use of her powers in the Danger Room. Ilyana quickly learned that she was not nearly as powerful sorceress on Earth as she was in Limbo, but retained an immunity to the most powerful telepathic probes, and she continued to struggle with the use of her mutant abilities, often sending people to the wrong place. So that was a very, very long origin, so sorry. But some of her powers include Stepping Disc, which is she can mentally control Stepping Disc, which allow herself and others to teleport across interstellar distances or through time. She has sorcery, so she's a magic user. Limbo control, so she's very powerful in Limbo. She has mystical armor, psionic shields, and she's multilingual and just she speaks Russian and can communicate with that. She has a dark half, which uses dark magic and intense emotions, and it can cause a demonic dark child to form within her. And she's trained in fight combat, which basically every superhero is. And not gonna lie, and her first appearance was in the Giant Size X-Men #1 in 1975 as Ilyana, but as Majik in New Mutants 14 in April of 1984, and she was created by Chris Claremont and Dave Cockrum. and she's from Russian, so she's a little bit of a diverse character. But she's been part of X-Men, X-Haven, the New Mutants, and a bunch of different other X-Men teams. Her brother is Colossus, which is really interesting. So they have kind of a link. And overall, she's just a really interesting character that I really like, and I think she's pretty cool. So you guys should check out New Mutants to find out more about her, like more in depth. But this is just a quick rundown of who she is. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel for more. Make sure you hit that bell to get notified whenever I make a new video. And I'll see you guys all again next time. Bye.